Hi guys, my name's Matt. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I do fun, silly car things. Today I have kind of a fun little video for you. I'm building a budget car trailer. So I found this thing super cheap, around $1,500 on Facebook Marketplace. And I had a whole bunch of work done to it by a local shop. It needed electric brakes, it needed new wiring, but now the rest is up to me. So without further ado, the plan for today, I need to fix a whole bunch of bodywork issues. Here, come with me. Let's show you the cheap bodywork issues. I said it again. Why do I keep doing that? As you can see, this trailer's been sitting in a field for, I don't know, forever, apparently. So, a whole bunch of dents. I need to fix these with a sledgehammer. Plan today is to use a wire wheel, to use angle grinder, and sandpaper, and a sledgehammer, and whatever else I feel like using to make this trailer look a little better, and then prime and paint the trailer. It's not gonna be perfect. This is gonna be like kind of backyard special, literally backyard special. I'm in my backyard pretty much. But we're gonna make this look a little better and then eventually throw some boards on it and take my also cheap RX-8 to the racetrack. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I think you guys are gonna like this part because this part involves hitting stuff with a hammer. I'm gonna like it. All right.
A few moments later.
Turns out a hammer maybe wasn't the right idea here. It was making it a lot worse. But this little guy, little vice grip, it's actually working great. So I'm just gonna keep working at this a little bit. Keep bringing it out. It already looks a lot better than it did. That is not saying much because it looked like absolute shit before, but. So the other side actually went way quicker than I thought and we didn't get enough footage. So I'm gonna show you taking this absolutely effed version. Insert dolphin noises here. And I'm gonna make it straight-ish again. I think on this side, I'm gonna start with the hammer.
Three days later.
Okay, so I've just done a bunch of work with the wire wheel and a grinder and my cutoff wheel just to get this trailer looking a little better and ready for primer. All these metal spots I'm gonna use self-etching primer to cover, and then we're gonna lay a couple layers of regular primer over top of that, and then it's gonna be this sail blue paint, which I think should basically match this color. It's all Rust-Oleum, and this is just kind of a backyard job. It doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look like presentable, because this trailer does not even remotely look presentable right now. Okay, as you can see, I am now beardless. I haven't been like without a beard consistently for a long time. Man, I'm a little bummed seeing myself in the screen actually with no beard. Whatever, that doesn't matter. Self-esteem, who cares? So I had to shave my beard off to make this N95 work so that I can not breathe in all of the paint that I'm about to spray on this trailer. Let's show you guys the prep we've done, and then we'll start laying on some blue paint. We've got a bunch of primer on here. We've sanded a bit since putting the primer on too to try to like even out some of these high spots. It's certainly far from perfect, but it doesn't look too bad. I think once we lay down some blue on here, I mean, it's gonna look far better than it was before. It's not gonna look perfect, but again, I've kind of said this a bunch of times. I'm not going for perfect. I'm just going for a cheap trailer that's gonna get me to the track, and that's gonna look at least presentable from like 10 feet. So 10 to 15 footer is fine with me. I'm just excited to start laying down blue paint and see this thing change from, you know, looking like the piece of absolute garbage that it looked like when I got it to being like a presentable trailer. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a very thin coat first, just over everything you can see. And then we're gonna go progressively heavier and heavier with the coats until we run out of paint or until the trailer looks good, whichever one comes first. 3 coats in, and I've got about another 3 coats or so left, I think, 2 or 3, and it's looking blue. It's looking way better than it was before. I'm like super excited to get the boards on this and see like a real good trailer, because when we got this, it looked just really, really bad. Gosh dang, that looks good. This is so exciting. I'm jumping forward just a little bit to the finished product of the trailer. It is 100% done. I've got the ramps, I've got my ramp holders built. I put my runners on so I can actually tow my car to the track. And actually, just FYI, I have already towed that car to the track on the trailer one time, and it went really well. So let me show you the trailer, and we'll kind of talk about kind of how far we've come since the beginning. Whoa, there she is, guys. This is my super old, frankly, who knows how old and who knows who built it, car trailer. My wife and I have kind of rebuilt it ourselves and turned it into a car trailer. The goal of this was to be super duper light, hence why I've only got 2 runners on each side for the tires to sit on. And then I made my own little runners on the inside, or grooves, to put these 6-foot aluminum ramps on there. I've got these like Velcro bands that I wrap around the front of the ramps for when I'm towing it. Those sit underneath the car and they won't go anywhere like that. Right after I finished it, I did take it to a trailer shop to have this D-ring put in, although I kind of regret not moving it further up the tongue. I think I'm going to have them add another one up here eventually, because I need a further away spot to actually hook to the car, if that makes sense. This one ends up being only like a couple feet from the bumper right here, and it just wasn't quite far enough up, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can always have them do another one. And then I also had them build these essentially wheel chocks. They're built into the trailer. I still need to paint them. That's been done after we actually finished, you know, the paint on the trailer. But this is it, guys. It's working really well. Towed, you know, just fine to the track with the car on it. Let me show you a picture of that right now. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about how this whole thing turned out. I'd say my wife and I have approximately, I don't know, maybe like 8 hours of our own labor into this, maybe 10, something like that, between the sanding, the paint prep work, the primer, the paint, all that. It's certainly not perfect. If you look up close, you can see the old imperfections where it, you know, it's had bad paint in the day, but I added this American flag, which I think makes it way better. And it's got brand new tires. You know, the brakes work just fine. I was controlling them with my new trailer brake controller on the Jeep. And yeah, so guys, that's it. This is my trailer. And as you can see, I threw the old Penguin Garage sticker up there. Drew, thanks for supporting me. All in all, yeah, I haven't done all the math because I frankly don't want to, but I think I've got somewhere in the range of $3,500 into this whole trailer, including ramps, including tie-down straps, including basically everything. Now, it could be plus or minus, you know, a couple $100. I don't remember for sure. But for that amount of money, I got a trailer with brand new, well, basically refreshed axles, brand new electric brakes, and it only weighs about 1,300 pounds, which is important for me because that car weighs 3,000, and all of that means my truck can tow it. My truck only has a 4,500 pound tow rating because of the manual transmission. Thanks Jeep for that, by the way. But because of that low tow rating, I had to kind of figure out a way to get my sort of relatively heavy Mazda RX-8, you know, for how much power it makes, it's a little on the heavier side. I had to figure out a way to get that to the track underneath my tow rating. So if anybody says you can't do it, you definitely can. This, you know, this is not a super expensive proposition. It did require some sweat equity. We put quite a bit of work into the trailer. But if you wanted to buy a brand new trailer, even the cheapest tandem axle trailers you can really find brand new are about maybe $3,500 before taxes, and usually they don't come with nice aluminum ramps. And every one of those trailers that I found was like minimum 15 or 1600 pounds, and that wasn't even including the ramps. So that would have put me over my tow rating. Now, most people, if you have a full-size pickup or even a Gladiator with an automatic transmission, you don't really have to care. You can just get the 1600 pound trailer. Me, I had to kind of go super lightweight, and because I wasn't wanting to buy a crazy expensive like aluminum trailer, this is kind of what I got. But you know, to be honest with you, it was a fun project. I learned a lot along the way, and my wife kind of enjoyed it too. So the nice thing is I could probably resell this for $2,800, maybe $3,000, get most of my money back eventually if I want to. And you know, it's just been kind of a fun thing to do. It's like the car guy way to just kind of modify and tinker yourself. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and stay shifty.